Last week, 7, quietly please. Last week, we did multiplying. The whole week was just multiplying. We spent one lesson with normal fractions multiplying, and the second lesson we did with mixed numerals. Now, we're going to do one question here, which recaps multiplying. It's going straight for one of the harder ones, which has the mixed numerals in it. As soon as you see those mixed numerals, you must change those into improper fractions. And I need you to write that down. Don't try and do this stuff in your head. You need to write down what you're doing. So, 2 and 1/3 as an improper fraction, Luke, is what? Pay attention. Is your booklet out? Eyes up this way, not over there. 7/3. Very good. Now, the way that Matthew did that, the 3 on the bottom stays on the bottom. To work out the top number, you're doing a little half a circle around here. You're going 3 times 2 is 6, and then you add on the 1 to get a 7. Let's do the same thing for the other one. The 5 on the bottom stays on the bottom. Now I'm going to do 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 makes 6. Okay, once I have nice, tidy, improper fractions like that, I am looking for things to cancel, and I check my diagonals. So first of all, the 7 and the 5. They're both prime numbers, so unless they both divide by 5 or something, it's not going to work. So nothing happens there. But I check my other diagonal, the 3 and the 6, and both of those numbers can divide by 3, correct. So, dividing by 3, I get a 1 down there, and 6 divided by 3 is a 2. You must show cancelling. Some of you are using calculators to help you do things, but I have warned you and warned you. If you don't show me cancelling, you will lose working out marks on your test. You must show me that you can cancel. Okay? Then, once you have cancelled, we times what is left. On the top, 7 times 2 is 14. And on the bottom, 1 times 5 is 5. It's an improper fraction. If you want to turn it into a mixed numeral, you can. What is that? Yeah, so correct, that would be 2 and 4/5. But you don't have to do that. I'm very happy with my improper fraction over here. Okay? All right. Today as I said, we are doing dividing. So let's fill in some blanks first. And you'll see that it's not very different to the multiplying that I was just doing. Okay, so it says, to find the reciprocal, there's a new word, reciprocal of a fraction, you must invert, and that's in bold. Invert means to turn the fraction upside down. This is done by swapping the numerator and denominator. Okay, so dividing, when we're doing dividing, you're going to be hearing these words, reciprocal and invert. Okay, now, next dot point says, dividing by a number is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So as long as we can find what the reciprocal is, we're really going to just do multiplying, which is what we did all last week. It's only going to be one little new step that we have to do, and then we're going to be multiplying. All right, in bold letters it says here, when asked to divide by a fraction, instead choose to multiply by the fraction's reciprocal, which is what I was just saying. When dividing mixed numbers, just like we did, you must always change them into improper fractions all the time, anytime you see them. Okay, So in our examples, these first few questions are practice finding what this new interesting word is, the reciprocal. Reciprocal means to turn the fraction upside down. Now, when you do these, please do not put equal signs. These things are not equal, they are a reciprocal. So instead, I'm going to turn that into an arrow. So I'm going to say 2/3 is going to become, it's changing into, okay? The reciprocal is just switching your numerator and your denominator, or turning that whole fraction upside down so that the 3 is on the top and the 2 is on the bottom. Now, the reason this works, if you think about it, if I said, what is 10 divided by 2? You all know what that is, it's 5, right? But instead of saying 10 divided by 2, it's the same as 10 times a half. Okay, you turn that 2 upside down, which becomes a 1/2, and it becomes a multiplication problem. It's a reciprocal. Bella, what's wrong? Because they're not equal to each other. They're not equal, I'm finding a reciprocal. Okay, so that brings me to my next one. Question 2, the reciprocal of 5. Because there's no denominator, remember whole numbers are always over 1. So if I want to do the reciprocal, no, it's question 2, not 2.5. Okay, so the reciprocal means turn that upside down and it will be 1/5. Okay, one more, this is the trickier one, because this is the mixed numeral. As soon as you see a mixed numeral, you must always turn it into an improper fraction. So this is, I'm not doing a reciprocal yet, so this is equal. Okay, change this into an improper fraction. The 7 will stay on the bottom. 1 times 7 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Okay, so these two things are equal, but this is not the reciprocal yet. Now I'm going to do my arrow and say the reciprocal, turn it upside down, it will be 7/10. So please remember this word, reciprocal. Good thing to have on your study sheet. Just means to turn the fraction upside down. Yeah. Yeah, it's literally all it means. Okay, so we need to do that for these questions. Okay, now in the dot points that we had, in bold letters, it said, instead of dividing, choose to multiply by the reciprocal. What that means is you can change this divide into a times. So I'm going to write it down again. It's 5/8. I can change it into a times if I find the reciprocal of the second number or fraction. Now this is a 3, which remember is 3/1. So the reciprocal of that is going to be 1/3. Now if you can remember that first step, it is now a multiplication problem, which is what we did all last week. Yes, Roman?
So, to say, but it's always the second number.
Yes. Yes, so I have a little expression for you. This is what I like to say. You can write this down. This is a short little expression that you can remember when you are dividing. Now, it says leave, kiss, flip. You have got 3 things in your problem here. The first one, you leave it alone. So the 5/8, you leave it. It stays the same. Kiss means the divide turns into a time. When you're doing, your cards to your grandparents, you do little kisses and hugs. That kisses are the X's, right? So time signs look like kisses, all right? That's the kiss, okay? And then the flip means you're flipping only the second fraction upside down. Okay, so I'm probably going to start saying that a lot. Leave, kiss, flip. As soon as you see a divide, leave the first one, kiss means times, and flip the second fraction upside down. It's only ever the second fraction. Okay, but when I say flip, it means reciprocal. I'm saying that a lot because it will be on your test that says, what is the reciprocal? And I can't tell you what it is in the test, so you need to remember that means flip it upside down. All right, so let's finish this question. To multiply these fractions, I'm looking for things to cancel. So 5 and 3, nah. 1 and 8, nah. There is nothing to cancel, and sometimes that happens. So all I can do is times the tops and the bottoms. 5 times 1 is 5, and 8 times 3 is 24, and that is finished. Let's do it again a few more times, and it will hopefully get easier and easier. You should always simplify as much as possible, but there's nothing there to simplify for that one. Mia? Gentian, get another back or something. Go up and see. All right, next question. We have got a mixed numeral. So I'm going to have to change that before I do anything else. So I'm going to rewrite the question over here. The 11 on the bottom is going to stay on the bottom. The 11 times 2 is 22, plus 3 is 25. And then it says divide by 5, and I'm going to put that as a 5 over 1. So I know I need that number on the bottom. Okay, so I've changed it into an improper fraction. This mixed numeral, changed into an improper fraction. Now I'm going to do the leave, kiss, flip, which means I leave the first fraction exactly as it is. Kiss means that the divide becomes a times, and I flip the second fraction upside down or find its reciprocal. All right, looking for cancelling. Matthew. It depends which steps you miss. Then yes, you probably will. You need to show me the improper fractions. Yeah. Okay, what can I cancel, Scarlett? You can use your calculator to check is my best advice. So what I want you to do, I want you to try to do all the working out. So many of the marks are in the working out, okay? But you can, at the end, type the original question in your calculator and just check to make sure you got it right. Oh, you're going to tell me what to cancel. Good. What am I going to cancel? The 25 and the 5 by dividing by 5. All right, 25 divided by 5 goes 5 times. 5 divided by 5 goes once. The 1 and the 11 on the other diagonal, nothing's going to happen there because 1's as small as it gets. You going to tell me the answer next, are you? Oh, well, let me finish first. So to write down what's left, 5 times 1 is 5 on the top, and on the bottom, 11 times 1 is 11, and that's the answer. Seb, what was the question?
If check it out calculators and can we just leave the wrong working out and then write the correct answer? Because then we'll know.
What I would do instead is, you know you've done something wrong in your working out, I'll be trying to find a mistake. Because I still have to mark your working out. But your calculator's told you there's a mistake, so you want to go back and find it so you can still get full marks. I would redo it, yes. Try and fix it up. All right, question 6. The 6 that is out the front there is over 1. Any whole number is always over 1. Okay, now there's no mixed numerals in there, so I'm going to go leave, kiss, flip. Leave the first fraction, turn it into a times, and flip the second fraction upside down. Okay, is there any cancelling that I can do? No, all right, so let's multiply. 6 times 3 is 18, and on the bottom, I would have 1 times 1, which is 1. Do I need to put it over 1? No, because that's more simplified. 18 divided by 1 is just 18. Okay, so I can leave it like that. Question 7. 24 is going to be 24 over 1. Okay, so I'm going to do leave, kiss, flip. Leave the first fraction, turn it into a times, and flip upside down to be 4 over 3. Is there anything that I can cancel? Yes, what? Very good. I'm going to divide by 3. 24 divided by 3 goes 8 times. 3 divided by 3 goes once. Okay, the other diagonal, nothing happens. So let's times what is left. 4 times 8, or 8 times 4, is 32. On the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1, but a denominator of 1 I don't need to write. Okay, next question. No. Question 8. There's no mixed numerals, so we can leave kiss flip. Leave the first fraction. Kiss means turn it to a times and flip the second fraction upside down. What can I cancel? Seb.
Oh,
The threes, yes. Both of them divide by 3 to get ones. That's the only thing I can cancel. So let's times what's left. 1 times 8 is 8, and 5 times 1 is 5. All right, we have one last one to do, and this is the big one because it's got all the mixed numerals in it. So change them into improper fractions first. What's the first one, Roman? Very good. Because we do our little circle, we go 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Okay, let's do the second one. I'm not doing any flipping yet, so I'm just going to divide. Let's change the second 5 1 is 5, plus 3 is? Yep, so it'll be 8 over 3. Okay, so I change them into improper. Now I leave, kiss, and flip. Okay, looking for cancelling. Roman. Oh, no, thank you, yes. I did the wrong number. What? I did that all upside down. What was I doing? It should have been an 8 over 5. Goodness gracious, thank you. All right, now can I cancel anything? Is there anything I can cancel? 5. Oh, my flipping. Oh, I see what I did. I'm back to here is what I did wrong. That one was a 5. And then I flip it. Am I back on track now? Okay, very good. All right, what can I cancel? Yeah, who wants to go? Who hasn't had a turn? You guys all told me answers already. Somebody new. Oh, yeah, Anita. Yes. Okay, so divide by 5s and we get a 1 here and a 1 there. Something else? Yes. The 12 and the 8 I'm dividing by 4, yes. To get 3 and 2. Great. Okay, so timesing what is left. 3 times 1 is 3 and 1 times 2 is 2. We are done. All right, so our pages, there are 2 sections. We're doing 25 to 29 and 30 to 34. We might not quite get all of those done today. That's okay.